Hi, welcome to Ching and Mosher at the movies, where we act as unoriginal bastards and copy the Ebert and Roper show, except it's in 3D. We even stole their thumbs up and thumbs down system, except we were a little different. In the case of a split decision, we'll call that a fist instead of a split decision. So yes, we are a little bit original after all. I'm Jeff Ching of Cool 3D Shit, and this is Cliffmosher, he's a fucking newbie. Anyways, our first review is of Jeremy Dick and David Smith's movie, Black and White.
Hey John, why do you still talk to this fucking ape? Hey, who the fuck you calling ape, cracker? You fucking nigger. I'll show you, bitch! Hell yeah. Sup, bitch, you wanna get freaky?
What a fine start to the film festival. This type of film has been attempted many times before, but nothing has been as powerful or in-your-face as Black and White. The film depicts the racial wars of the 50s resurfacing in the 70s. The main plot is about a boy named John trying to deal with his two best friends fighting because their skin color is different. Occasionally, the movie cuts to some racial wars on the streets of the small town, between the Ku Klux Klan and the black community. Finally, John decides to call a truce between his friends and invites them both into his house to shake hands. Now, I won't give away what happens next, but I will say that a scene as important to the plot as this one could have been given so much more attention from the director. The scenery and animation was pretty shit, and the story could have been done so much better, but I recommend any movie with such a powerful message as this one. Go see it now. Thumbs up from me.
Okay, I can't fucking believe you could use the word powerful to describe this movie. Quite honestly, this movie is about as powerful as Dada Blaster's movie Nigga. I still can't believe you call this movie powerful. You're probably the kind of guy who cried when Leonardo DiCaprio died in Titanic.
What the fuck, man? I haven't even seen the Titanic. But like I said, Ching, this movie could have been done a lot better, but the idea was there.
It was a bit of a dilemma whether to give this movie thumbs up or thumbs down. Because on one hand, what we get is a pretty entertaining movie, and the story behind it is quite original for 3D. On the other hand, after a pretty interesting start to the movie, it just turns into a really poorly animated action movie with some laughably bad dialogue. And the final scene between John and his friends is quite honestly one of the worst scenes I've seen in a long time. What happens is just absolutely idiotic, and the way the characters react is so unrealistic. Nobody would react like that to the situation that happens. A movie of this nature should have been a dramatic look at the struggles of being black. Instead, it's just a gang war movie, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Not only is it a gang war type movie, but the action is just animated so poorly. Now, if Joey Cosmos and Johnny Anson directed this, then I'd give it a massive thumbs up. But this is David Smith and Jeremy Dick. They're both capable of so much more.
Yeah, I think this film was badly rushed for the film festival, which is a shame.
It was a tough decision, but for me, thumbs down.
So there we have it, kids. The first film we review gets a fisting.
Hey Cliff, another thing I forgot to mention about your review. You can't give a movie thumbs up just for having a good message. Give me a break. The message, racism is bad. Well, fuck. I never knew that.
Shut up, fucker. If you look deep into Black and White, past all the bad scenery, shitty animation, and fucking awful voice acting, you can imagine a decent story with a cool script. It's much like your film Date Rape. That was really badly thrown together, man. But I loved it because it had such an involved storyline.
Dude, Date Rape had no moral to it. It was just a humorous film and that's it. And of course a shock ending. I think you're just trying to start shit. Or maybe you're just racist because I'm Asian. In fact, I bet you wanted the white people to win in Black and White, you fucking asshole.
Too fucking right, I wanted the whites to win. I laughed hard when that black bitch got hung. Fucking Ching.
That's fucking racist, you know. If there was no camera guy here and no cops, I'd take your fucking aborigine sand nigger ass, tie it up to a cross, burn your dark carcass and crucify your pathetic Australian boomerang-throwing kangaroo sodomizing Steve Irwin worshipping ass.
Fucker. Haven't you ever heard of a white Australian? They ain't no fucking abo. They're just as bad as your small dick cat and dog eating faggot ass.
That's why I called you a sand nigger. Cause you aborigines are brown like the color of my shit.
Right, that's fucking it. Let's cut to some clips of the next film festival. Grim Reaper's funniest home videos or whatever it is. I'm gonna blindfold this Ching with a piece of string.
Alright, our next review is Grim Reaper's Home Videos.
A film by a total fucking retard.
Damn right, the guy who made this movie must be some sick fuck who likes to torture little animals and should be locked up for good.
You said it, Jeff. What a fucking tool. I say we track down this little faggot and stick sewing needles in his eyes for being such a fucking wanker.
Goddamn right. You know, if he was sitting in front of me right now, I'd beat the living shit out of him. Then I'd take a shit on the ground and force him to eat it.
Fucking oath. He's so lucky that he isn't sitting right where I am now on the other side of the studio, or he would be dead.
Damn right. Well, let's stop stalling time and let's review this movie.
Good idea, Jeff. What did you think of it?
The Grim Reaper movie really has no story to it. It's just pretty much a pointless death movie, which attempts to be funny. Some deaths really did lack in the creativity department, but on the other hand, some deaths really did make me raffle really hard. Especially the first death was fucking hilarious. Is it the funniest death movie? No. It doesn't quite measure up to the hilarious deaths of Next Door. Although many deaths are really lame, it's kind of like 3D Mole. It's worth sitting through the really stupid parts to get to the really, really funny parts. The animations work pretty well, and although the critics' rulebook would normally tell me not to recommend a movie like this, I say fuck the critics' rulebook. The movie made me laugh out loud, which many 3D movies fail to do. It entertained, and I certainly will be watching this movie at least a few times. Thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jeff on this one. We've all seen movies like this done a million times over, such as the I Know series or Next Door. A lot of the scenes could have been done a lot better, but the creator is a newbie, so I think we'll let it slide this time, even if he's a fucker. I give this one thumbs up.
Alright, this movie gets 2 thumbs up. Alright, I forgot to mention, the voice acting in this movie was fucking awesome. Hilarious voice acting. And I definitely look forward to seeing more movies from this newbie.
Yeah, the voice acting was pretty fucking awesome. And I also wonder what this newbie will release next. I wonder what he's working on. It'd be cool if he was in the studio right now so we could ask him.
On the other hand, I might just find this fucking guy who directed this movie and beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, good idea. Well, another thing I'd like to point out before we move on is that the creator of this film composed the opening theme himself.
I certainly have no recollection of it. That means it must have sucked ass.
What? Oh, yeah, it did. Fucking newbie, yeah, the song sucked, yeah. Fucking let's go and kill him or something. Yeah. After the show. Alright, well, let's move on to our next film.
Well, our next movie is titled Otis Campbell, directed by Stingy. Well, I haven't seen the movie, so, because I don't have Frankie's expansion pack, so yeah. Cliff has seen it. What do you think of the movie?
It was shit.
Well, there you have it, folks. Otis Campbell was shit. Moving on to our next movie, Black Woods, directed by Jason Nelson. So, Cliff, would you like to start off the review?
Not really.
Okay, I'll give it a stab. So here we have an attempt at a horror mixed with fantasy, mixed with drama, mixing quite a few genres together in a very impressively animated movie, considering it's a newbie. So, yeah, the movie is a mystery about the disappearance of a father, and then the son tries to find out stuff, and actually the story is pretty confusing, to be honest with you. I already talked about the great animation. Scenery's good. It's got a solid soundtrack, and for a horror film, it did have a few good pop-ups in its sleeve. I think what the director wanted to do was to try to make the movie confusing as hell, just to make the viewers feel inferior for not understanding it, and to make them think that Jason is a genius for coming up with such a complex plot that they can't understand. There are many chases and weird things that happen. Some Doraemon guy goes chasing people around. Some mysterious guy wants a mysterious diamond and tries to get the children of the dead father to get it for him. And the father goes around shooting his own kids when he's a ghost. The movie's fucked up, hard to figure out, and through the whole thing, I was just saying to myself, don't worry, be patient, the end of the movie will explain all the confusion. Well, I was dead wrong about the ending. Why does the mysterious guy want the diamond so bad? What power does the diamond have that'll make this guy deadly? The ghost father goes around killing his own kids and crying about it. Well, what is it about this diamond that makes him have to do it? Not a goddamn thing is explained. We've got this build-up and build-up and build-up of confusion, chase scenes, pop-ups, and it all leads to nothing. Nothing at all. An absolutely abominable ending. The way the movie ended, it didn't look like there would be a sequel to explain things. I appreciate the animations and scenery, but when you attempt a sophisticated horror like this, you need explanations, which it didn't have any of. If the ending simply explained why things were happening, this movie would have been a classic. Despite some good pop-ups and good animation, at the end of this movie, I just felt pissed off and gypped, and if I saw this in the theater, I'd want my money back. It was a tough decision, but thumbs down for me.
I fell into the same trap as Ching. During the film, I was impressed with all the sexy scenery and animation and bullshit, and I loved the bodies lying around everywhere. Then it started getting confusing, and I was all thinking, what the fuck, this guy has died like 300 times already. Then I thought, hey, chill out man, this is one of those Donnie Darko films where everything makes sense in the end. But up yours, Jason, because it didn't fucking make sense.
Totally agree with you, the ending was such crap. The ending seemed like Jason Nelson got lazy and asked Stefan to end the movie for him. For those of you that don't get that Stefan joke, download Room 136 and laugh at how horrible that ending is.
I think there's been a lot of films being released lately that end like shit. Particularly in the film festival. Black and White had a shit ending. Grim Reaper had no story to fucking end in the first place. And even that Otis bullshit film had a fucked ending. I don't want to talk about that piece of shit, because as far as I'm concerned, that wasn't even in the film festival.
So Cliff, are you thumbs up or down?
Well, I was going to say thumbs down for this film, but since you've already given it a thumbs down, I'd hate to see the best film in the film festival so far get a bad rating. So, thumbs up from me. No, actually, fuck you. Thumbs down, faggot.
So there you have it. 2 thumbs down for Blackwoods. I still think Jason Nelson has so much potential, and I encourage him to make more movies. And I get a bad feeling we're going to get flamed for giving this movie 2 thumbs down.
Me too. He's obviously very talented. Just don't waste my time with bullshit. Our next film is a chain movie by Spencer Crabb and Jeremy Dick called Daddy's House.
I am the owner of this house. My name is Totem Pole.
Before you go to the room in which you will sleep, you must have dinner with me and my son.
This is the kind of film I'd expect from the community. Random shit that makes no sense. But at the same time it does if you spend some time at 3dmoviemaker.com. It uses default scenery, which is pretty fucking gay, but I still found it pretty entertaining. It's about these 2 stereotyped black guys looking for a place to crash for the night. So they go to this haunted house where the totem pole and a mummy lives. The characters are pretty funny, and it had its cool moments. Unfortunately, the film ends pretty quick because Spencer's mum's a whore. But otherwise it's alright. If you want a quick laugh, get this film. Thumbs up.
Hey dude, I can't believe you call this movie gay for using default scenery. Half the fucking jokes are based on the default scenery, you fucking douchebag.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Make me douchebag of the week? Fucker.
Yes, that's actually what I was planning to do. God damn it, how'd you know?
Well, 'cause you said...
Ah,
douchebag.
shut up, I don't care how you knew. Just let me continue.
No.
Fuck you.
How about you shut the fuck up? This is my show, whore. The people want to see me. No one cares about your opinion on this film.
Your show? You're the fucking newbie. I'm Jeff Ching.
Yeah, exactly. You are Jeff Ching, the guy whose skills are beaten by every fucking newbie that comes to the BB.
I am the whole fucking show. In fact, the 30mm community wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for this Asian sensation sitting right in front of you.
What? Did we import this table from China? Oh, right, you mean you. Oh shit, sorry.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Just because I came to this country in a boat doesn't mean you can make fun of me. Goddamn right. And just to let you know, Shit Happens will completely crush the shit out of your Grim Reaper movie. Bad animations or not, why? 'Cause I'm Jeff Ching.
Dude, I didn't make Grim Reaper. That was some guy named Matt. I'm Cliffmosher.
Yeah, you did. Let's just assume that everyone forgot about the joke earlier in this movie, 'cause, you know, most people in the community have a really short attention span. Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was gonna finish my review.
Yeah, you're right about the attention span thing. Like, the other day I was on the BB, right, talking to this guy, and he's all like, yeah, well, what has you ever done for the community? Yeah. And we're like, oh, well, the other day, shut the fuck up.
You know, you're so fucking insensitive. Don't you ever wonder why your boyfriend is always mad at you?
No, I never wonder why he's mad at me. I know why he's mad at me. It's because my large hairy cock stretches his rectum. And when we... Hey, wait. Hey, I don't have a boyfriend. You fuck. I told you not to tell anyone. Now it's all over the community. Promise to edit this out of the script and I'll let you finish your review.
Well, when you really upset Kangaroo Jack, you went around telling everyone about it, so I really didn't spoil anything.
Fucking... That film makes me so ashamed I'm Australian. But a lot of things make me ashamed I'm Australian.
Okay, fine. I'll promise to edit out that part about you and your boyfriend out of the script. Now, can you let me finish reviewing?
Sure thing, honey. Man.
So anyways, the jokes in Daddy's House mostly poke fun at 30mm scenery. There's some perverted jokes and a very lame, way overdone joke about Tony Toolin, which has been done as many times as 3DMers use Thomas Newman music in their movies. I found the jokes were either old, recycled, or some jokes even completely copying the style of Jason Ruiz's humor. Some jokes that took shots at 3MM default scenery did make me kind of smirk. In some parts I said to myself, I should be laughing, but I wasn't really laughing. I can see other 3DMers loving the humor of this movie. Keep in mind, everyone has a different sense of humor, but for me, it didn't work. Thumbs down for me. Now for a recap of this week's movies, and to remind you, a split decision equals a fist. Black and White received a fisting. Grim Reaper's Home Videos was the only movie to receive 2 thumbs up. A somewhat surprising 2 thumbs down for The Black Woods. And finally, another fisting for Daddy's House.
Hey, fucking sweet! Bribery rules! My film's the only one to get 2 thumbs up! That Mac guy. Yeah, I didn't make it.
Shut up. I'm the best critic there is. I don't take bribes. Well, oral sex doesn't count as a bribe, so, shut up.
Yeah, I didn't suck your cock to get a better score. I sucked your cock because I love... let's not go there.
Disappointing week so far, but on our next show we'll be back with more film festival movies, including the very anticipated Stranger 4, Rams of Braves Replay, Data Blasters Indemnify, and much more.
I don't know about you, Jeff, but I can't wait. Next week's film festival is sure to be more exciting than this one.
Ultimately, we want to become the most prestigious movie critics there are in the 3D movie making community. So, with this show, to all those people trying to push their movies, send us a test viewing copy, and then we can review it for you, and you can use phrases like Ching and Mosher to give this movie 2 thumbs up in your poster or preview. It's great advertising.
Or 2 thumbs down. It depends on where you want to go in this community.
That's actually a good point. Well, that's about it for our show. We'll be back soon, but until then, The balcony is closed. Are you gonna drink your water?
Nope.
Well, why do we have water here if no one drinks it?
Because we're a chat show. We always have water.